Hello guys, welcome to a new Duel replay. Let's hop right into the match. I'm playing Dogmatika Shadoll Invoked, but going second version of the deck. The you can also see the deck profile on my channel. And yeah, I played against Dragonlink. I'm going second, and he had like a pretty good hand, I would say, because he had the Chaos Space, which is always it's like the best card in the deck. He had the Black Metal Dragon, which a lot of the players do not play anymore, but it worked in his version of the deck, and also has like the Tracer for the Rocket Engine and also the Safeheart. So his hand is like pretty good. So let's see what he does. He goes normal summons the black metal, which is the best thing he can do, I think, because he has chaos space in his hand. So he don't really has to normal summon the Safeheart. So I think this is the right play. Um, yeah, goes for the striker dragon and search black metal and also striker. For my hand, it's like not that great. I have a hand trap to try to stop him, but his hand is like crazy, so the gamma won't do enough. And I only have like one card of my like one engine of my three engines I usually want to see. So this hand is not that great. Yeah, then he goes for the Red Darkness Metal. Special summons back the Metal Dragon, and then goes straight for the Romulus. Um, yeah, I wanted to use the Gamma right here because I think this is the best target you can Gamma. There's also the Pega Ruler you can Gamma, but I think if he has like a mediocre hand, it's like the best thing to Gamma the Romulus. Um, don't even a lot of players don't even go into the Romulus a lot of the time, but yeah, he plays with the black metal engine, so yeah. Um, but yeah, this is obviously not enough. His hand is like really cracked. He just continues with Chaos Space, ditches the Levy, which I don't really see why he ditches the Levy and not the Safeheart, because he can later add back the save. But I think he ditches the Safeheart later in his combo. Yeah, and he also draws like Nocto with Chaos Space. This is like really crazy. Um, yeah, then he goes for the Serpent combo, goes for Pisty, and then special summons Nocto. Goes for the Collapse Serpent. Yeah, goes for the Seal. Draws the Rocket Synchron with the Nocto, and then he can just this is those draws were like crazy. He top decked first Nocto Vision, and then with the Nocto Vision he top decked the Rocket Synchron like in the perfect order. Then you can special summon those with the Boot Sector launch. And yeah, goes for Pegaruda. Um, Yeah, his mills were like also pretty good. He had no Dragon Maid, Chamber Dragon Maid, but he has like the Absoluter where he can search another one. So this is like an okay mill. He has a nip because he doesn't know what he's playing against. So yeah, it's fine to add the nip. And also adds another Rocket Synchron. Then yeah, he goes for the quad borrow dragon. That's like a good choice because like he has enough cards in his hand to ditch, and this is like the best way to also make a Borlord Savage Dragon on top of the other guy, the Hot Dragon Archfiend Abyss. Yeah, now he ditches the Safeheart, and then we summoned those two back, and now with this Collapse Serpent and the Tracer, he has the Borrowed Savage, and you can just special summon back the Pepega Ruler to go for the Hot Ring Archfiend Abyss, or just banish the Safeheart and go for the Levy. So this is like a really good play of him. He plays around Lightning Storm, which is good to see. Then Quad Borrow Dragon gets equipped by Bolo Savage, and then he also pitches a card out of my hand. In this case, it's the Lightning Storm. So yeah, it doesn't really matter then that he puts his cards in defense mode. And yeah, then summons back the Pepega Ruler, and then goes with the Pepega Ruler. into the Hot Deck Archie Abyss. So he played through a Gamma and still has like the full board. The only thing he's missing is the tiding, but yeah, this is like a really good board. I top decked the Pot of Prosperity, which is like a really good thing in this situation. Um, it's like really hard to out this board for the hand because of the hand I have. He has like two effects to negate and one effect to put back on my hand. I have like the ability to out one of his cards with the fleur, but he still has like the Heavenly Spheres, where he can just give back the card to my hand. So yeah, this is like really tricky. I decided to start with the pot. I went for free, so he may not negate it, but this guy actually does negate it, which I'm not really agreeing with that. I don't think it's like a good thing to negate the Pot of Prosperity if he only goes for free, because it's a lot of times I also use this as a bait, and yeah, he cannot know that I'm playing like Lightning Storm and dropped it in the main deck, so I don't think it's like the best idea to negate this, because if this was like I don't know, Nadia's servant or whatever, it would have been really scary for him. So yeah. Then he also negates the Alistair with Bowlord Savage Dragon. And yeah, I linked this away for Almirage, and then I thought I will be able to link into the Secure Guard, but I banished it for Pot of Prosperity because my plans were different. But I played a bit. Yeah, I'm just showing him that I cannot go into him. So yeah, then I used the invocation, and yeah, he has a Romulus, which is like really good in this situation for me because now I can go into Raijin, and then I have like the safe out for the Borrowed Savage String, so he doesn't have another negate in the next turn, and then I'm getting back Alistair, and yeah, then I'm specialing Fleur, and at this point I want to go into the battle phase. And yeah, if he uses the Heavenly Spheres, I can just chain the Regent then to at least out the negate of the Borrowed Savage String. Then I'm going to attack. Yeah, he actually uses the Fleur, so the Heavenly Spheres, because he doesn't target, I have to use the Raijin right now, and I just go for the Borrowed Savage that he loses his negate. And yeah, he actually gives me back the Fleur, which is like okay for me because I can special summon it back in the next turn anyway. Um, and then yeah, he resolves the Quadboard Dragon to get another save for it, which is clever because he can just link the Levy away and then special summon it again in the next turn. I just overrun that with Raijin, and then right here I had the choice to just stay with the Raijin and book him whatever he specials, but it's not really the best idea. So I decided to go for the Bertie, and because he still has a monster sound from the extra deck left, I can use the Shadoll fusion. And right here, I wasn't really sure what I wanted to go for. Um, yeah, in hindsight, it would have been probably better to go for Winder because I would have then lived in the next turn. But I thought it would be okay to just go for the Epsilon because this guy cannot be destroyed by battle. So I thought he still has to use then his battle phase. Um, and yeah, I just wanted to finish the safer, but yeah, the thing I forgot is that yeah, everybody does play like Nightmare Unicorn and also the access code talker, so yeah, it wasn't the best play to go for the Yep Cologne, so it would have been better to go for Winner in this case. So I would have lived for the next turn, but it's like also yeah, I would have lived, but it wouldn't have mattered, I think, because I had to pitch the Alistair to live, and so yeah. I think it was alright. I was lost anyway. So yeah, he just goes for the access code talker, pops everything I have. Yeah, also pops the fleur then because he has like a light target left. So it doesn't really matter. At this point, I lost the first game, so we continued to siding. I think I sided in the Droll Lockbird and sided out the Lightning Storms because I saw him playing around Lightning Storm in the first game, so there was no reason for me to let the Lightning Storm in because he would have played around it anyway in the next turn. So yeah, um, so I let him go first again because my deck can actually break the Dragon Link board really well with the Droplet or the Dark Ruler, or if I draw the drawn lockbird, it's like really good. Um, all right, my hand right here is really broken. I have like two engines, also prosperity and droplet. So even if he goes for the full board, I still will be able to win the game. And yeah, his hand is like mediocre. Okay, let's say it's not good. He can do some stuff, but it's not that great. At least he has a quick launch, but to draw a boot sector is not always not that good. Yeah, he just goes for the tracer, uses the boot sector, and then special summons the rocket synchron and normal summons the other one, and then goes for the seal, and then uses the tracer to pop the boot sector, and special summon the recharger, and then goes for Pepega. And his mills are like really poor. He just mills 3 drolls, 1 ash, and 1 quick launch. It's like the worst mills he could have gotten. So yeah, this just stops his turn right there because his mills were like bad. He could have went for the safe route and established like a Bolot Savage plus the seal with 1 negate. But yeah, my head is like too crazy. He couldn't have done anything against that with this hand. So and I on top of that I also draw the gamma. So yeah, he, I go for terraforming. I'm using meltdown. Then he uses the seal. I use gamma, and he now thinks if he wants to use the ash. I was a bit too fast right there. So yeah, I just let him do it if he wants to, but yeah, he just admits then that he has like lost. So yeah, it doesn't matter anyway. So then we go to game 3. In game 3, I actually sided out the Dark Ruler no more because I wasn't really sure if he wanted me to go first or second because he saw like the lightning. Oh no, he didn't saw the lightning storm, but yeah. So there was no reason for me to side out the Dark Ruler, but I sided in the nib anyway because I felt it was really good against his version of the deck. So, but maybe in the aftermath, I think it was a mistake to side out the Dark Ruler because the Dark Ruler just outs his whole board. Yeah, if he has like Tiding and Auto Dragon Archfiend Abyss, he can negate the Dark Ruler. So yeah, all right. His hand looks like okay. He drew the black metal plus the red eyes darkness metal dragon, which is not that great. But he also has like the Sacred Tracer and the all important draw Lockbird because this one just ensures him a turn. My hand I have like really good cards to stop his deck. I have the draw and also the nip. And yeah, but I only have like the invoked engine and a brick, which I don't really want to see. So yeah. Um then he goes for Saferd, and it's the Collapse Serpent, and right here I should have drawled, but I was really afraid of Gamma because Gamma would have been like really crazy at this point. Just draw the Gamma, and then this would have been game over for me. So I really had to wait with the draw Lockbird for the next thing he does. So yeah, it's like not the best thing, but I also had the nip. That's why I could have I played it safe. If I only had a draw, I probably would have used it on the first thing he searches because then I just had to take the gamble. He does have the gamma I lose, or he doesn't have the gamma I have like a chance to win. But I could have I could have afforded it to play safe right here because I also had the nip. That's why I didn't go for the immediate draw Lockbird. So yeah, Now I dropped the Droll Knockback. He already searched 3 times, but yeah, it was the safer route. And now the Droll Knockback isn't that impactful anymore, but I still have the nip. So yeah, he just straight goes for the Heavenly Spheres, and then uses Rocket Tracer, and goes for the what's his name, Recharger, and then just goes for the Savage. Uses the effect of Savage, but I chain the nip. Kind of have to right here, and yeah, then he gets a token, but he can actually still continue because he has like the Red as Darkness Metal Dragon and the effect of Heavenly Spheres. So, but it's like still good to use the nip right here because he cannot do a lot right here because he's already locked into dark, so he can't go for the seal right there. And yeah, he goes for the which was actually clever was he got the Brotor out with the Heavenly Sphere, so he can use it next turn anyway. And yeah, he specials the Red Eyes Darkness Metal, special summons back the Tracer, and wants to go into the Heavenly Spheres, but he forgot that he was locked into Dark, so I just tell him real quick, and he just fixes it, and it goes for the IP Masquerina, which is like also a fine play because now he can go for the Unicorn and stop whatever comes. But I already have like the nib on board to out the Masquerina, so yeah. But if I out the Masquerina, the Brotor comes back, he can search and stuff like that, so yeah. Right here, I did a mistake. I did not play around Droll. Um, yeah, it was really bad. I should have played around Droll, just normal summon the Alistair, and then he goes for Unicorn, and then I can still like use the Magical Meltdown. Um, it would have been the way better play to just play around Troll, but yeah, I don't do it. I get punished. Was a dumb decision. He just drops a Troll. Now my hand is dead. I can't really do anything anymore. So yeah, it was the only play to go for Invocation because I drew for a turn like the other dead target. So yeah, if I had the Invocation, I could have done anything. Right here, I decide not to attack because I don't want to give him back the Brotor. But I also do another mistake in this turn. I forget to go into the defense mode with Nip because now he can just yeah, crash into the token and then get head back his Brotor and continue playing. So I should have switched this into defense mode, but yeah. Yeah, he just crashes, then uses the Brotor, which the thing I wanted to not to happen, but yeah, it was just dump from not good played from me. So yeah. So he searches the Rocket Synchron, which is like a really good thing. Normal summons it and gets back the Red Eyes Darkness Metal, I think. Oh no, he specials back the Savage. Um, Maybe he can only special summon back. Oh, he could have also special summoned this back. Okay. Then he wanted to link those away for the hotter thing. Okay, now it makes more sense. And yeah, also links the IP and also the Brotor into the Unicorn, and yeah, shuffles back my Alistair, which is a really good play because now I can't use both Alistair, so his Hot Ring Archfiend Abyss will be enough. But I also dread a Maximus, which like enables me to at least play because he will nick the Alistair and I can still use the Maximus. So yeah, but I actually have to use the Alistair first because I have no way to special summon the Maximus. So I go for normal summon Alistair, and he necks it for sure. And yeah, I just link it away because I actually the Almirage in the grave, go for Maximus. Right here I had like different ways I could play this. I could have sent it Antis to just kill the Hot Dragon Archfiend Abyss, or just send the Ash Dragon and kill it next turn with the Schism. So yeah, it was it was a it was okay either way, I think, because I can just negate the Hot Rotating Archfiend Abyss with the Flare then, because even if I have Meltdown up, he can still negate the effect, and Hot Rotating Archfiend negates the effect, so of Schism, I mean, so yeah, Meltdown doesn't protect in this case. Maybe I should have gone for the Entes and just get rid of it, but I wanted to have like more monsters that I can follow up with. Yeah, I ditch Ariel to just banish the stuff he has in his graveyard, and then set a Schism, and then in the end phase search the Ash Dragon with the Ecclesia I special summon. So yeah. Um, the other thing right here that now can be a problem is that he has like a unicorn and also Hedron Archie the Abyss, and yeah, this is obviously a free access code talker. So, but if he summons the access code talker, I can just chain on the on the resolution of his effect. So yeah, this was no real option for him to go into it immediately. Now he just goes into the battle phase and just attacks over Maximus. I decided to not use the Schism right here because he could just crash with the unicorn into the window. He thinks he can use the Hododring Archfiend Abyss, but he has to deal damage with it to special summon back. So yeah. I just tell him that really quick after he already linked it to the access code talker, but yeah, um, he uh, he gets it then, and yeah, runs over the secure guard. Then in main phase 2, I used the Schism, used the Hododring Archfiend Abyss. Yeah, I negated with the Fleur, and then I actually had like two options right here. I could have sended the Hododring Archfiend Abyss, but then I had a problem. He hasn't normal summoned yet, and um, as you can see, he has a draw lockbird in the hand. He could have just normal summoned it and then just go for access code and kill my whole board because he had like more than enough stuff to do that, and then I would have been like pretty screwed, I guess. Um, he couldn't have killed Winder with his effect, but only Winder doesn't help because he just runs over it in the next turn. So yeah, I was really afraid of him just normal summoning a monster. So I actually sent the unicorn with the Winder, and for the Hot Dragon Archfiend Abyss, I can still use the Schism in the next turn. He can negate it, but I had a lot of stuff. I could have also set a dragon and just give it to the hand because he can't do that in the damage step if I do it. But yeah, but luckily I actually top deck a Meltdown, which is like GG for him right now. I just bait out the Hot Dragon Archfiend Abyss with the Schism. He just next it, which is like really good for me because now I can use the Meltdown to get to another Alistair, and at this point, it should have been game over, but yeah, he still has the draw lock bird, which does hurt at this point again. So I just decided to not set the Alistair. I just set the Shadoll Dragon because then I can out this guy next turn. And if he goes into the battle phase, I don't want him to summon back another monster. So if he goes into battle phase, attack into Winder, I can just use the Alistair, ditch it in the damage step, and then both of those cards die and he has nothing left. He draws a Chaos Space, which really doesn't help him at this situation. I use Schism, he necks it, but yeah. Then he goes into the battle phase. He does decide not to attack the Winder and also not to attack the Alistair. He just goes for the Fleur, and yeah. I just flip the Shadow Dragon. He negates the Shadow Ring, I use Schism, and yeah, then he admits defeat. But yeah, this actually was a really good game. We went into the grind game level 3. It was a really nice player. I just wanted to show you this game. I think it was a really good game. And yeah, I also think Dragon Link is like a really good deck in this meta right now. But also the Shadoll Invoked Dogmatika deck is really strong against that because you can just play a lot of strong going second cards where you can out those big monster boards like with Droplet or even with the Dark Rune or more, Draw Lockbird. But yeah. Um Thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned for maybe more videos.